Most Ghanaians think I'm the one controlling the page.
I know. Maybe one day.
Alright, yabemo kwa BM Eddie about Sports Link Ghana so abusia star boy Mohammed Kudus apeke award ewo West Ham. Award by na Kudus agye ye de ho nkomo no eba be some all platform we so na Blasters of Ghana captaincy issues the echoes behind the scenes and some ho do ni nyina no ene move chow na bila a reveal ensem me de emu enchemu eba na onya bi etie na wankasa at the comment section no watch your wadwene e comment section ho e de ma me shane so me say ene after the video no me send a shout out e de ma your listeners no na enkomo na akoye na Blasters players about 4 5 6 players ebe miss out abra Ghana ehwe si betimi eram World Cup no mu bieti abuso ye ba near the emu nsem ni nyina aba besom all platform so anything stick and stay don't go anywhere ye ba near the latest ni nyina no aba abesom this side na abuso ye chance ni nkomo na me chance dia nam the Blasters players ahodo a eye likely possibility no aye high say World Cup qualifiers no emrante ebe miss out a omuntimi enya northern image na mu emu adwuma wadre enfama Blasters of Ghana na list no first person on the list Abronte ni din edi Abdul Mumin Abronte no apiki injury enya asemketwa na reporter epa no chese Abdul Mumin kra no wuram rival Kano hona ya ruling out for the rest of the season eno adia yapa honoma eno se de ho nkomo no edi emma already Abronte ni din edi Abdul Fattah Shahaku obi bia enim se Abronte de wa peke long injury say oguso or recover honom Abronte ebo adwuma edema Leicester City Ali Duseidu esaka Edmaster Rene na Abronte no so eguso abo nurse injury enya asenketwa Almighty Daniel Kofiche report be Brenana aba enso ebra Abronte recover na just bibi asset in na asama Abronte esako baka Abronte Daniel Kofiche no still want him and recover ya meno kasa no World Cup qualification no enya de se Daniel Kofiche benya akonya no abobie Abronte ni din ede Joseph Edu Abronte no so apeke injury eno so enye asemketo unfort na epa no echese Joseph Edu ono so ebe rule out onya bi emo Joseph Penstel Abronte wey was rule out wey ena chese the last time otodo ye call up no obeka se ono ankasa ne de enya de se obetimi apa esa one or two reasons bi ntino Abronte Joseph Penstel no entimi ama World Cup qualifies ba Abronte has a picky injury honoma enya senketo so these are the 6 men and I say 6 guys enya de se ometimi esi akan ediama oman konkron guarantee eno so eno no yeni komo na yenwram West Ham akache na star boy Mohammed Kudus ene vote na hodo bi ekoso ama players no omototo omo ho so aba na eno ena chese ebimu etimi eto ye edema star boy Mohammed Kudus say no Abronte apeke award bia enya senketo yenko ne yenko se de emfonyini no esitie.
Most Ghanaians think I'm the one controlling the page.
You're thinking me, yeah. Who else voted for me? I know he voted for me, but who else voted for me?
Okay, funniest player,
JC, Emerson,
Wan-Bissaka, Edson,
Danny.
Funniest player?
Funniest?
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who voted for me.
Steve, Danny Ings, Chris.
JC, Cree is coming for me for that.
You're thinking me, yeah. So Max.
Best there. Has to be Danny.
Me?
I'll say Cree. I would say myself.
Could he lose her?
Aaron Creswell.
I think Chris has probably said himself as well now.
You did, yeah. Biggest diva?
Nah, no, impossible. Who else voted for me? I know he voted for me, but who else voted for me?
Yeah, I can't remember who else off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. Take a joint one with you, no?
What was the one I won?
Best hair.
Yeah, so we're celebrating for that, yeah?
Yeah, best hair.
Best dress, Mo.
Curry is not bad.
JC.
I'll go for Aaron.
I'll go Crez.
I'll go Fons.
Sons. Myself.
Dinos, by a mile.
Award for the best dress.
Oh, thank you very much. See you. I take that.
MVP, Max.
Danny Ings.
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka. And then
Jared.
The admin's favorite, Jared or Kudus.
Come on. I don't even have to say.
Of course me.
One MVP and admin's favourite joint with Mo.
Thank you.
Admin's favourite award.
Oh, thank you guys. Most Ghanaians think I'm the one controlling the page.
I know. Maybe one day.
Fantastic one. So star boy Mohammed Kudus and I just say West Ham United teammate no I told the swap patch say oh enti among the players I mutimi eji award no kyerɛ star boy ni din apie mu a ɛno so yɛde video no asom this side na for now no yenwa mu na yenkoti enkoma hodo a ekoso blasters camp captaincy issue nia ekoso nia se GF for no ena now so say yemfa captain no Emma Jordan Ayew ne mom no enye otuado ene technical team no enye omo decision yenko team ra.
But in terms of the decision to make Jordan Ayew the staff captain of the Black Stars based on the intel that I got, it was purely because of his longevity in the team and his commitment to the national team. That was a key reason. And in fact, I was actually made to understand that it is not Otto's decision.
Huh?
It is not Otto's decision. It is a decision from his employers. And it appears when Otto was having the conversations with the people, he said the FA said we should do this. The FA said we should do that. So if the FA says Jordan should be their captain, what do you say as a man who is always in the locker room with them? As the man who is always in the dressing room? As a man who speaks to the players often? But I do understand where he also comes from, because over the years, since his first time as head coach of the Black Stars, many things have happened behind the scenes where sometimes he's not able to stamp so much authority on some of the decisions he wants to take because his employers disagree. And just recently, we all heard Lai Kingston talk about how a few days to a competition, an official is calling to say that, okay, player A, B, C, and all that. We all remember the last press conference he had prior to the game against, was it Angola or Niger, when he spoke about how Jordan was going to be the captain, Jiku, and then Mohammed Kudus. That is the leadership structure he wanted to create. And there was a question of what if Thomas Partey comes back? And that was where he made it clear to us that even Thomas Partey wanted to come for the matches against Angola and Niger, but he decided against it and all that. And at this point, based on the conversations that have happened, Jordan will lead. Thomas Partey was asked to deputize Jordan, per information.
Okay.
And Thomas Partey says no.
Okay.
He's not willing to be a deputy. He's not willing to be part of the leadership structure of the national team. However,
who thought it was a good idea to make Partey captain under the current circumstances?
That one. It
No,
was
no,
Sike
no.
Akono. It was Sike Akono.
No, I'm not talking about before. I'm saying that this time.
No. So when CK was appointed head coach of the team,
No,
I'm coming.
you don't understand.
You don't understand.
I'm saying that after the whole issue of the Kudus, Partey, Jordan, Otto coming to say that, Partey is no longer captain, then we asked him that he said Partey even wanted to come. It was his decision not to.
Invite him.
Clearly a disciplinary measure. With all of that history and knowing that Partey's reality is that now he has to pick and choose which games he can turn up for.
Yes.
Who thought that it was a good idea to?
Okay, so
Make him
the point is they didn't want to destabilize the current structure that was put out, where Andre was the captain, Partey was deputy to Andre, Richard Ofori, Amati.
Ha!
That was.
They didn't want to. Oh, Chale.
no, I come. They didn't want to destabilize the structure.
Chale.
But now they've gotten to the point where they believe that Jordan is one of the most committed players in the team. He's the senior most player within the team. There was the other aspect of the conversation of if they want like first come first serve to be first come should be captain, then deputy and all that. There was a conversation of Jiku, and then some people said, but Jiku too just came. He came and made the likes of Kamal Din Suleiman and Mohammed Kudus in the team. So why would Jiku be ahead of Kudus and Kamal Din and Co in the team? But one of the arguments that was advanced was the fact that they believe Jiku has got some leadership qualities within the team, and that Kudus should grow into the role as a leader within the national team. Maybe actually believe that in the long term, he's likely to be the key man who will be leading the team. So that was what actually happened in terms of the conversation. And the number 10 JC, I was also told that he's been asked to drop it.
Simple.
He should drop the number 10 jersey. Like boy says, it wasn't my decision in the first place to wear number 10 jersey.
We said this. We said it here.
It was handed to me.
It was forced on him.
Yeah.
There's a difference between handed and forced.
It was handed to him.
It was forced on him.
They say you should wear. Now he says, if you ask me to wear the shirt, now you're telling me to drop it. Why will I drop it?
Hey. Why now he wants it? Kudu.
So we went to see what was going to happen in March. But one thing that I also found in terms of my conversations with people is that most of the players do not appear to have a certain relationship. So let me just cite the example of, say, players in England or players in Italy. Oftentimes, hitherto we used to see the likes of Suleiman Tari, Michael Essien, and co. Sometimes they go for lunch, they do all manner of things together. Some of these players are there a year, it's 2 more. They've never spoken to each other on the phone even before. They've never met. They don't have anything. So people believe that kind of atmosphere within the team is not good enough. So something must change. So what is going to change, and how are they going to change that? I really don't know how they're going to change that.
I don't believe
You can't force it.
Yeah, I don't believe
You can't force
Yeah.
it. The Asian example
They grew up together,
Yeah.
basically. They were in the same under 17.
Some
under
of them
20
even went to the same secondary schools.
Yeah,
And then
so-
when it was the time
The
for the
national
super zonals, they were there together
Yeah.
with the regional teams. Some competed against each other. That was where they were spotted and then drafted into the Starlets.
basically known each other since.
No, but there were some of them too that they built a relationship within the national
Yeah,
team.
but I'm saying that
But you
those
see,
were
when
organic.
you have a majority of the group knowing each other,
other.
from when you are an outsider.
Okay,
you
so
come in,
let me
it's
just
easier for
mention
you to
one
gel.
thing. I don't want to go into so much detail, but let me just mention one thing. One of the things that some of the people that I've had the privilege of speaking to, one of the things one of them said was that when you walk into a national team where the atmosphere within the team is not good enough, it's very difficult for anyone to settle.
Of course.
We all talk about chemistry all the time.
And vice versa, like Cranton was saying.
Yeah.
When it's settled and people are happy and another comes in, it's easier for them to integrate.
To integrate. But I feel that this is a national team, even no matter how experienced you are, if you walk into this national team, the current atmosphere.
So the environment is toxic. Water
environment
is
is
wet.
very
We've
toxic.
said it many times.
Fantastic one. Ebusia ensem bebre. Me say World Cup qualification way. Ensem bebre na ebopa. Ye hwe say ombetimi atoto nema yie na Ghana. Ya perform yie ni enso yetimi akobie nti eno so ne enkomo a eba Muftau Nabila enam Joy Sports so edeba ye hye wadwene ewo conversation efma me. Na yensa ne shout out na Ayew Isaac. Ebe shout out to Ayew baby ahwe Sports Link Ghana every bia no. Ye chow di mo den Benjamin Wonso ye chiao Gordon Fiati ye chiao Silvanus ye chiao di mo den Eric Kwasi ebe shout out to you Chikata Esiedu ye chiao di mo den papa we so ento so Emma Anizam Rose ebe shout out to you Silvanus ye chiao Martin Ansu ebe shout out to you now we so ato so di ama Kavji Kobe ebe shout out to you Cyrus Apia ebe shout out to you close to Jiu2 ebe shout out to you now we so ato so di ama Gabison ebe shout out to you ebusia ye fa shout out in NCA meeting and the Kobe and now with my friend Kobe finest is abishia